Okay, in the last video we ended with starting to work on the WAN, but I wanted to give you another look on a more real-world application. And usually this server, which we're going to name the DHCP server, would be somewhere in the internet, out here somewhere. But I connected it to here for simplicity because I do not feel like trying to hook it up to a WAN at the moment. So, which is, you would just have to point it towards that direction through the WAN or the public address. But let me give you an example. Remember, these are static addresses. We programmed these in by hand and gave a default gateway by hand. This time, I actually gave everybody a... So, it's got its gateway here. So, this is your laptop, and if you notice, we have 10.1.1.3, but I'm on DHCP. I already turned on this because I had to play with it, and I have 255 available addresses, but that's not necessarily true. So, if we look in here, here's all your services. So, real quick, just for grins and giggles, again, we have your DCHP, and down here when we click this, it's my pool of addresses, and I turned it on. I gave it a default gateway, so everybody should get that default gateway to the router. That's the router's IP address, the default gateway. DNS server I'm not worried about, so I kept it at also the default gateway, but again, there's no DHCP server unless there was one in the network, and then I would point it towards there. I gave a starting IP address of 10.1.1.3 because 1 is the default gateway and 2 is the actual physical server. So there's a different way of doing this where you can specify which addresses you do not want to give. But in this case, we're just going to do it this easy way. And again, 255. In this case, 253 because we already used 2 static technically. And then finally, I'm not worried about a TFTP server, Trivial File Transfer Protocol. So in this case, it's on. And when we hit the button, now I have my gateway is what we are stating. And there's the IP address over here, and it should be the same for this and there. So if we ping across, now if I go here and go into my command line prompt, I should be able to ping to 10.1.1.1 and it works. And again, if we move this, of course it doesn't want to work correctly. There we go. Let's do it one more time and watch the lights. Watch the lights, and they're working. So you can tell that that actually works. So that's a real life scenario instead of statically putting addresses on. Easy enough. Let's finally get to the WAN portion of this.